Okay, so we're working on Raksha, right?
Yeah, we certainly are.
Okay. So you have max gear, so that's good. That should make doing pool skips relatively simple. Um,
Yeah, you say that.
yeah. What other scriptures did you have in your book slots?
I've got I've got what's the other one? The black one.
Jazz.
I've got jazz. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
the two that I've
jazz.
got.
Yeah, jazz is probably gonna be better here.
Okay. Okay. I've not got. I looked at some of the guides and stuff that you've done, and I've not got. Well, I've got 104 archaeology, but I haven't got all of the relics.
Yeah, that's okay. This pool skipping at Raksha doesn't actually require anything super crazy, which is nice. You just
Right.
need to get 5 stacks of residual souls and 12 necrosis stacks, and then just have tier 90 and tier 95 specs. If you have all of that and you have split soul, then you'll be good.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Let's head over to Raksha. Basically, the what you want to do is do a living death rotation. That'll bring you to like 500k or so. And then once you're done with the living death rotation, you just want to make sure you have maximum souls, maximum necrosis.
Mhm.
And once he's at around 400k, you want to split soul and then just use all of your damage.
Yeah. So I messaged in that group chat and you said about, so I've switched all of these around, so I might miss a few clicks to start off with, but you said about using tier 90,
Yep.
tier 90, and then use basic, and then use not living death skulls, and then basic, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
go
Yeah, for your
that way.
Omnigard,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Okay.
So yeah, you can kind of do whatever you want because the beginning of the fight doesn't really matter. It's more a means to an end. You just want to get to 400k and have your death skulls off cooldown because that's the only thing that might be on cooldown at that point.
Right. Okay.
Activate Ghost so you get the chance.
The flow has been interrupted. He is roused. Do not let him absorb the shadow.
You're gonna get stunned here.
You may think you hear it speaking. Ignore it and focus.
Nice. So you just want to use like you want a Vuln Bomb and use Bloat here. Just gonna make your life a little bit easier.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna use basics.
Yeah. So this bit's okay. It's when as soon as I get to the
Like around 410k is when you want to split soul. So yeah, here, you can split soul. Okay. Auto, skulls, auto, and then volley of souls.
We must defeat him quickly.
come on.
Yeah, so the damage was a little bit low here, largely because your conjures died. So we could teleport out.
Uh, do you know that is literally exactly the same as what I do every single time, and I've not thought about it, so I've not had anyone look at it. And
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah. Yeah, your conjures
Oh,
actually do like a disgusting amount of damage, so your conjures dying is really, really, really bad.
yeah.
Because you effectively lose 10% damage on every single instance of damage, which is your split soul, which double dips in the haunt damage, your all of your abilities, so all of your multi hits, and your skeleton not attacking and not getting the bonus damage.
So what you've just said has basically summed up everything that I'm missing. Because the f- um, the first two before it gets to 400k, so the first two phases before it gets to 400k, I obviously do summon army, then life transfer, and then by the time I get there, it's always around the same time. I think I've done a pool skip once and I've done it properly, and I got like 2 minutes 20 seconds or something stupid, and then
Yeah.
everything else is like 2 minutes 50. But they always die at the same time.
Yeah,
So
so
what
the
you've just
biggest
said is pretty
reason that
much.
yeah, so the biggest reason that they're dying is just because you're not killing the or the beginning phases are going a little bit slower. So
Yeah,
having like a super optimal rotation here in the beginning, make sure you don't have to do anything weird like have to life transfer.
yeah.
So you did split soul here, which is
Oh,
fine, but just be aware that you may not have it later.
yeah. It depends how quick I do this rotation, doesn't it? Because if I
Yeah.
get this rotation, I probably won't have it. But usually, because I'm a little bit slower,
Yeah, I am.
I'm okay. So I think you've put nail on the head with that, to be honest with you.
You may think you hear it speaking. Ignore it and focus.
How much time is on your conjures? 45. That should be good. You use bloat here.
Yeah. Then get ready to use another one of these.
Yep, just use it now. Split soul. And then skulls, volley, finger of death, basic. Use tier 90. Yeah, so that was close. You were like a little bit slow
Yeah.
on the damage, but yeah, that was like pretty close. So you might be able to still get it. Yeah, that's fine.
I think I would have done, but I was at 45%. I mean, when I'm bad, I can still do it at 70%. But for the sake of what we're doing,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
But that was definitely a lot better. Also, turn your book on. That's gonna help out a lot.
Yeah. The last one I left in my inventory, so that didn't help either.
Yeah, typically Jazz Book and Full Book are gonna be better. If you have a Grimoire, it's more consistent, but it's also incredibly expensive and not necessary. So it feels pretty bad to
Yeah.
use a Grimoire when you don't need to use one.
What about full book?
Full Book is about the same as Jazz Book. I like Full Book because it costs nothing to run. So,
Yeah.
but Full Book, I personally wouldn't buy one because its upfront cost is really expensive. So that's just
Yeah.
me. All right, we can
I
give it another
bought.
shot.
Yeah. I bought that yesterday. The sigil, the undead slayer for
Yeah,
Raziel,
very,
and
very,
it
very good.
made a little bit of a difference. But
Also, you can use darkness here. It will,
yeah.
yeah, it is very good at Raksha.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Press the wrong button. That's what happens when you move your ability bar around.
And
And
then
I'm not
after
even
you
potted.
skulls, make sure you overload.
Interrupted. He is roused.
I fucked up already on this one.
It's okay.
You idiot.
Again, this beginning part just doesn't matter. So
Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much.
Do not let him absorb
Not
the
paying any attention on that one.
you can use a one bomb here. Okay, and then just use bloat. Bloat's just really good. You're 100% going to have to life transfer at some point, so you may
Yeah.
want to eat a life transfer here. Okay, you can split soul. Okay, use basic. Finger of death, basic volley. And then tier 90. You might still be able to get it. Yeah, I was really, really close. Yeah, your conjures ended up dying, so you're probably just done here.
We'll
But
get
yeah.
that, but it's... Oh,
Oh,
I'll try
okay.
and tell it
Nice. You can just finish the kill.
now. Okay.
Also, your book is not. I didn't even realize that.
Oh no, again. Silly boy.
Finishing quickly. The secondary defenses will not hold for long.
Then make sure you bone bomb.
I didn't realise where I was just then.
So you can pick up as much anima as you want. If your goal is speed kill, you basically only want to pick up the
don't
anima
bother.
around you.
Yeah.
What's going on, Ticken? What's going on, John? But yeah, the biggest thing for sure is that we're thinking a lot about the rotation, and we need to be doing more. Is essentially the long and the short of it.
Yeah. That's why I set these up so that they're in that order, but it doesn't seem to be making a difference.
I mean, you're definitely getting significantly closer. So
Yeah.
and then now our book's on, so that's going to help out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily Enrage doesn't super matter in P4 once you're getting your prayer flicks, but yeah, being able to like do it without taking that much damage is really nice.
The flow has been interrupted. He is roused.
Make sure you won't mom here.
Do not let him absorb the shadow.
You can use bloat since you got a relentless proc.
You may think you hear it speaking. Ignore it and focus.
Come on, get out of there.
You're going to want to life transfer.
Yeah.
Bloat him again and bone bomb. Okay, split soul. And then use skulls first. And then do the weapon spec.
The shadow grows thicker. You must defeat him
Yep, and then Finger of Death. You use your Omni Guard here.
You idiot.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, so that big burst of damage at the end, that was Jazz Book.
Right, okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, so
I think
here,
whenever I've done it, exactly what you said.
yeah, I am.
It's
Defenses will not hold.
Like,
the
check your prayer.
oh, silly boy.
But yeah, so the biggest thing here isn't even necessarily like the exact rotation you're doing. You just need to be pumping out like all of your hard hitting abilities. And then as long as you have like a scripture that does literally anything, like your scripture will take care of the rest for you, which is nice.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, it's exactly what you said. I've been missing something because I wasn't 100% sure on why that ability damage wasn't doing quite as much as before. But obviously, if I've sped up the kill and basically skipped... Oh, what am I doing? Skipped P1. Oh, not sorry, not P1. I've no idea what I'm doing here now. I'm trying to think and I can't do two things at once.
Nope, it's all good.
I don't care how fast it is now, I know how to do this, but it's just that skip has always done me.
Yeah, like, you save a lot, because when I'm doing kills, my conjures usually die right as I'm going into P4, or rather, they'll have like a couple seconds left on them going into P4, so then I just manually resummon them.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
So
complete
let's give it another
sense.
try, and hopefully we'll be able to get a 0% this time.
Yes. And then I can take these bloody things out.
Yep.
Laceration boots and stuff.
But yeah, so rotation-wise, what I usually do is... An Omniguard rotation here is a little slow. So what I try to do is I will Skulls and then still use your Omniguard, but like Skulls, Omniguard, auto, finger, auto, Volia Souls, tier 90. And it's less of damage, but your damage is like more compact, so you actually will be able to get all of it out in time before you start siphoning pools.
Right.
Check your overloads.
Yeah.
And activate Ghost. Another thing as well, this is way more consistent with Majorat.
Yeah, I don't know how to get it. I'm trying to do all my Reapers at the minute, if I'm being completely honest with you, but I'm so far off, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like Majorat's really good. And,
right.
And you'll see like about how much health you have left when it's time for Raksha to like actually die. 5% more damage. What about Thread? Souls have one of the pools. You could do that. It's gonna largely depends on your crits though, basically. Because like depending on your setup, that's just not very good. Because you effectively take two abilities to not do damage so that you can hit Raksha for another 30k. Is that worth just hitting Raksha twice? I don't know.
I've tried that one. It's decent, but if you get Raksha in the wrong place of the arena, it kills one of them, and then you've got to try and remove yourself.
Yeah. Split Soul here and Bone Bomb. Okay, Skulls. Yep. Auto attack. Finger of Death. Auto. Tier 90. Perfect.
Boom.
Perfect. And then you can just do that basically every time.
you literally got it straight away. It was all of my conjures dying, and
Secondary
that's what it
defenses
was.
will not hold for long.
Legend, thank you.
Yep, and then you can just go in here and resummon all of your conjures, and if you prioritize Soul Sap, then you'll get 5 stacks of Soul Sap by the time his shield comes up. So as soon as his shield goes down, you can pick up all of your anima and hit him with another 5-stack volley.
Ah.
Ideally for pool skips, you run Grimoire and Calg. Grimoire and Calg is more consistent if you don't have Majorat. It's not necessary, which means it's very expensive if you do have Majorat. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so now at this point, the only thing that you need to work on for Raksha specifically is 1, getting that down more consistent, and 2, you want to clean up your P1 so there's a lot less, like, kind of sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, so exactly what you just said. So what I was doing is, I'm not the cleverest at the game, to be completely honest with you. I'm still struggling a little bit to do it. But when I was doing my live and death rotation, I was trying to, well, I wasn't trying to, I've only just thought about it today, but was working out the abilities and which one doesn't use adrenaline when I'm trying to get him down. So
Yeah.
I watched one of your videos and you said about using Finger of Death, and if you've got your whatever they are, the necrosis stacks, it doesn't use adrenaline anyway, so that's an extra like 20k that you're hitting on top of him.
Yep.
And I'm always 20k, well, 10k short. So exactly what you've just said is like exactly what I need to do. When you do tier 4, sorry, not tier 4, phase 4, I'm not going to do it now, by the way. When you do phase 4, do you completely get rid of all of the
anima?
not bother picking up any of the anima, or do you? I've seen you skip all the way around sometimes, don't you?
Sometimes I will. So if my kills are going like kind of slow, I'll do it, just because, like, if you're going for speed kills, like fastest possible kills, picking up more anima is generally slower than just, okay, I just need to like blast this guy, because you have to think you're losing out on what, like 3-4 abilities to get, 40-50% more damage. Now that is a lot of damage, but his health is so low that you're not going to be able to maximize on that damage. So what I usually do is, if I'm standing on, the eastern side of Raksha, I'll pick up however much I can within 2 abilities and then just all in from there.
Right, okay.
But yeah. So one thing that we can work on real quick is your setup when you go in. So generally speaking, your setups are going to be like the most important thing at high level necromancy, because you save so much time by just doing good setups and not having to do abilities later. So what I do is I will Undead Army, Life Transfer, activate Ghost, activate Invoke Death, activate Skeleton. That way, 1, your Revolution isn't proccing Skeleton, and 2, using your Skeleton like during your build-up just feels bad, because you end up losing, a tick, or your Living Death comes a global cooldown late. Depending on the boss you're doing, that can matter a lot.
Right.
So like, you'd rather lose a global cooldown of Skeleton damage versus delaying your thing by a global cooldown, your Living Death.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so we'll do one more, and then we should be good to go.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'll do Ghost when I'm running up. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yep. And then, so you can run up now, and then Ghost, Invoke Death, Skeleton. And now you don't have to worry about Deathmark. And then you want to bomb him as soon as possible as well. Also, it may be worth putting your like rebinding your abilities, because right now they're on really awkward keybinds, especially because you're going to be
Yeah.
using them really often.
You may think you hear it.
So here you see you miss the tail swipe, but that's just by having like a relatively quick setup here.
Yes.
Then you can bloat. Out of living death, bloat is your strongest ability, so you just want to make sure that Raksha is bloated 100% of the time.
Yeah.
You do want a life transfer here?
I shall.
Okay, and then we're going to get ready to split soul. Perfect.
The shadow grows thicker. You must defeat him quickly.
Oh, your Vuln Bomb ran out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was close. Your Vuln
Yeah.
Bomb running out was like what did it there. That's just something you need to be
Yeah.
more mindful of.
By the way, how do you even see what's going on down here?
I'm just watching your ability usage. I know what Raksha does because I have like 500 hours of Raksha. So like
Right.
I can just look, like I can listen to sound cues and just look at what you're doing. I already know what Raksha's doing. But that's just because of how much Raksha I actually do. So
Yeah. See, that one there, because it was so much quicker to phase 2, I wasn't ready to do it all. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that. Do you get your comfort zone, don't you? And that's the problem. I got my comfort zone and didn't do it.
Yeah, and like you're thinking a lot about everything you're doing and not doing. And that's kind of
Yeah.
where a lot of work needs to be done, because again, here, like what we're doing is, you know, you're doing your skulls in the beginning and then the living death rotation. So if you're not actually used to doing a clean living death rotation, it feels really weird to do everything.
Do not let him absorb the shadows. You may think you hear it speaking. Ignore it and focus.
Okay. Yep, you just do basics here. Your bloat ran out, so you put blow back on, perfect. There's also some validity to just like Vuln bombing now. Like, I don't hate that. You do lose a few seconds on your Vuln bomb, but you'd rather lose a few seconds than like not have your Vuln bomb on, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so you can split soul here. Okay, use skulls. Perfect. Tier 95.
You must defeat him quickly. It's
Perfect.
dangerous.
And at the end, you got a 30k proc from Jazzblith, or something close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Which is
scriptures are very,
ridiculous.
very, very important here.
Yeah.
And then again, if you have a full book is also very, very, very good.
The secondary
Full book is a little bit better when you're more confident in your rotation,
Yeah.
because you don't have to like wait for the big burst at the end. But yeah, the first thing that I would do when we're done here is make your keybinds a little bit less awkward, because these keybinds, I don't know how I'm ever remembering to press Alt W for my skulls.
Yeah. Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
You ever
perfect.
done one of these before and got someone like someone's got a big drop on it?
Not in the coaching section. I'm sure it's gonna happen eventually if I do this enough. But yeah, I have had it twice in videos. I was recording a Zuck guide and I got a scripture full and I was like, oh, well, that was convenient.
I saw you did one the other day. I think it was the pool skip guide, and you got some boots. Obviously, they're shocking, but when you
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
did the
yeah.
video, they're worth about 15 mil. So
Yeah, they used to be like 45, but the times have changed.
that's shocking now. Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yep, no problem. You know what you need to work on. You need to work on those keybinds, and then need to work on just like something that you can do is just practice the living death rotation, and then just you want to get that down so it's memorized. So you're not even thinking about it. Like as soon as you go to
Yeah.
living death, it's like okay, do the rotation. Especially because Raksha can't really kill you, so that's a perfect time to practice it.
Would you stick with? So the last one that you did, the guy wasn't prayer switching at all. Would you stick with prayer switching just purely because it's like makes it easier on other bosses, or?
So it's good practice to always prayer flick. With that being said, you don't need to at Raksha. So if you just wanna I just want to focus on living death. I don't care about prayer flicking. That's cringe. That's fine. Again, just for better practice, I would say don't do that. But if you just want quick, easy kills, like just don't bother. It's pretty rare that it
Right.
actually hits you if darkness is on every single kill.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
All right, cool. Well, if you need anything
Thank you
else,
very much for your time.
yeah, if you need anything else, feel free to shoot me a message and we'll figure it out.
Ledge. Thank you.
All right, take it easy.
Cheers.